Hi, my name is Nigel and I have a video for 248 people by Nigel. Today I want to talk about social media, particularly its impact on music, culture, and fan relationships. I'm sure you've all heard it, like so much, so much, that we live in the age of social media. It almost seems like to be successful you have to be on social media. And social media has been an amazing tool that we get to use to connect with people from all around the world. Suddenly you don't become local, you become international. And it's a wonderful, wonderful tool, especially if you're an up-and-coming musician. However, once you reach that level of fame, suddenly there's this feeling of entitlement as a fan to just need to know everything about your favorite artist. Suddenly boundaries don't exist anymore, and as a fan, you just feel entitled to just know everything about them. Feel entitled to know what they eat, what they do, what they say, how are they feeling, what's happening here. This wall between celebrity and fan almost doesn't exist anymore because of social media. And this is a wonderful thing, but it also creates parasocial relationships between fans and your favorite. I'm a fan too. I mean, I'm a fan always, and I love my favorites, and I want to know what they're doing, and I want to know like what if they're gonna release anything, or what inspired them to get to where they are. But even I have to acknowledge that they're entitled to a private life. If I were a celebrity, I would probably be so annoyed if someone was asking me if I put jam on my toast in the morning. Like, that's none of your business. So what is it? Has social media been a good thing to the industry? Has it been a bad thing? Is social media a way for fans to get to know their artist and vice versa? Or has social media just been a tool to create parasocial relationships and to just completely disrespect boundaries? Before the age of social media, there was this big wall between celebrity and common folk. Musicians like Cher, Michael Jackson, and Madonna were these godlike pop stars, and we just did not know anything about them. They lived a completely secluded life, and they were completely untouchable, and they are gods, and we must bow down and kiss the ring. Back then, it was a lot harder to stay relevant, but also a little easier if you think about it. There's less competition, and social media has made it so there's more competition to market yourself. But also it was a little harder to market yourself. Here's just a list of ways that you were able to stay relevant back then. When social media was finally introduced, it introduced the era of the influencer. The golden age of YouTube saw people like influencers be birthed. And suddenly, this wall between celebrity and common folk got split into two. And now there was celebrity, common folk, and influencer. And influencers were seen as more of a down-to-earth version of the celebrity. They're not completely untouchable like a celebrity, but they're better than us in every way. And how did they do this? They did this by being relatable, by being open, by being approachable. Their job is social media. They have to share their life, and we get a glimpse of their life, and we almost feel like we're a part of it in a way, even though we're not. And for a brief period of time, it almost seemed like to be an influencer was more important than to be a celebrity. And celebrities now know this, because honestly, some influencers are more famous than the most famous celebrities in a way. And isn't that wild that social media has made it that way? So new musicians are almost encouraged to be more real, to be more open, because at the end of the day, fans love people who they can relate to. Social media has almost changed fan culture in a way to where fans are not looking for godlike figures anymore. They're looking for people they can relate to, people they can connect to, and that's because of social media. Social media has made it so it's almost encouraged to be more open. Artists are encouraged to be open and to be consistent about it, constantly post, favor the algorithm. And you know, this is a good thing and a bad thing. On one hand, it's nice that artists are not forced to shelve their emotions away. On the other hand, it almost seems exploitive to exploit your struggles to the internet and to people that don't know you. And it also kind of creates this weird connection between you and your fans. Now fans know a lot of things about you that you did not expect them to know. Social media makes it so you kind of have to overshare so people can like you a little more. And people now suddenly know you a lot more. People that you don't know. I can almost imagine being a celebrity and walking down the street and a fan sees you and they come up to you and they say, "How's your dog? I heard they're sick. Have they passed?" That's so weird. How would they know that? Oh, right, because I posted it on Snapchat. There's pros and cons to social media making it this way. And honestly, a lot of new musicians or like rising musicians are very much hyper aware of everything they say. They have to be real, but not too real. They have to be down to earth, but not too down to earth. There still has to be some level of untouchable status. They have to say the right thing, they have to wear the right thing. And there's almost like too much censorship with musicians, with like artists these days. Fans are so attached to their favorite celebrity or influencer that they expect them to be untouchable but also down to earth. They expect them to be funny, well behaved, relatable, and on top of that they have to be nice to them too. But no one is nice 100% of the time. I'm never nice. Fans almost feel entitled to your personal life, which if you think about my example, like to how it was back in the day, that's crazy. Madonna would never share her personal life to you. Celebrities are also not really encouraged to set boundaries with their fans. They're just kind of expected to just go with the flow, be a good sport about it. Chappell Roan once tried to set boundaries and then was criticized heavily for it. People called her ungrateful, a diva, a brat, for just telling people that, no, I'm not in the mood to take a photo right now, I'm gonna miss my flight.
I don't give a if you think it's selfish of me to say no for a photo or for your time or for a hug. That's not normal. That's weird. I don't care that abuse and harassment, stalking, whatever, is a normal thing to do to people who are famous. It doesn't mean I want it. It doesn't mean that I like it. I don't want whatever the you think you're supposed to be entitled to whenever you see a celebrity.
And while you have people like Chappell Roan who set clear boundaries with their fans, you then have people like Katy Perry who believe that this is part of the job. Having fans want to know everything about you is part of the job, and if you can't do it, then maybe you're not built for this kind of line of work.
I'm such a martyr. I mean, can you imagine? My job is so difficult, signing autographs for fans.
You joke about it.
Some people don't do it, though.
Yeah, well, those people don't deserve to be in the position they're in, then.
Yeah.
The reason why I exist is because of those people. They put me in this position. And also a little bit of talent here and there. It's not like, you know, my cats buy the records. You got to know that. It's people buy the records, and people come to the shows, and people support me and my songs.
So which one is it? Which one should we be as a fan? Should we want to know everything about the celebrity that we love, or should we just never talk to them? Should we go back to believing that they're untouchable gods? And ultimately, it's not a very good answer. I think it just depends. Depends on the artist, depends on how they believe, depends on how musicians have their relationship with fans. Social media has made it so, yes, fans can connect to their favorite musicians, but also musicians can connect to their fans. They can be more open to them and tell them, hey, this is how I feel, please respect it. A musician might be like Katy Perry and believe that, yes, I want to be in the spotlight, yes, I want this fame, yes, I will take these photos with you. Or a musician could be like Fiona Apple, someone who lives a very secluded life, who doesn't really enjoy the spotlight, but is deeply connected with their fans, just has some privacy. Fiona Apple just likes privacy, and we can't really fault people like that. So, has social media had a positive impact on fan culture and artist and fan relationships? Yes and no. Yes, on one hand, it has had a positive impact because fans and artists get to know a lot about each other, but no, there are a lot of parasocial relationships and boundaries are oftentimes not respected in the slightest. So the middle ground here ultimately depends on who your favorite artist is. My favorite artist is Jody Clark, and I like her because she's real, and she's honest. She's very open about her emotions and her struggles, and she connects with her fans all the time. I'm in her little Instagram group chat thing, I don't know what that thing is called. And she's even written about parasocial relationships. She's a fan too. And while I see her as untouchable, she doesn't see herself as untouchable. She also lives a very secluded life, and I have to respect that. That's okay. Respect people's boundaries if they've clearly set them up. And you know, maybe if boundaries were respected a little more, maybe we wouldn't even be having this conversation on whether social media has had a positive impact or a negative impact. Because in my opinion, I would say it's had an overall positive impact because of our connections to our favorites. All we gotta do is just learn the balance between both of them. Okay, that's it. Thank you all so much for watching this video, because I don't know why you wouldn't enjoy watching this video. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe because I'm very, very desperate. And I will see you all in the next one. Alright.